Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have from a Euro CHF perspective? Now, if you remember, in our previous analysis on Euro CHF, we said we want to see the market make this move to the upside to complete this overextended M formation at this previous support, which is now turned resistance. And now the market has hit our target. If you don't remember the analysis, I will link it in the description. And in fact, we were also able to capitalize on this move to the upside with students. If you remember, after the market was here, and anyway, I also did an update on YouTube about this. The market made a retracement, and I said we want to see the market make a retracement to this zone, to this structure here, and then we will definitely be looking for a potential longing opportunity with students from a 4-hour perspective. And in fact, the market did provide us a beautiful risk-reward trade to the upside. Now, what is next? Okay, what is next for this pair? How we have to be approaching it? Now, currently the market is hitting the target. This is a very strong resistance area for a Euro CHF. And we definitely want to see inside of here a distribution happen from a daily perspective, because it's pretty clear that at the moment there is no sign of weakness yet. The market, after it made the retracement that we wanted to see, has created the impulse that we wanted to see without showing any sign of weakness. So we have to see a proper deceleration before we can be looking for any potential shorting opportunities. But after the market hits our target, yes, we definitely want to see a retracement happen. Now, if we go and see what we have from a monthly perspective, it's even more clear that we definitely want to see a retracement. Why? Because from a monthly perspective, the target that we had identified already in the weekly is also monthly previous support, which is now turn resistance at this zone. Now, if you want information on our retracement in the market, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse. And what you can see is that currently we are sitting at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. If you're wondering why I don't have also my other levels, simply because I had deleted them for the previous video. So we are currently sitting at a 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, which is in confluence with the previous support and resistance also from a monthly perspective. So here there is a clear cluster of resistance. Now, going down on the daily, as we have already seen, from a daily perspective, everything is still bullish, okay? And also from a 4-hour perspective, everything, this is the great trade that we had with students on a Euro CHF. But what kind of situation we currently have from a 4-hour perspective? Everything is bullish, okay? There is absolutely no sign of weakness yet. That is why I said we need to see a clear distribution, a clear deceleration from a daily perspective before we can be looking for potential shorting opportunities. Now, if we go and see what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, what hedge funds are doing in the moment in the market from a Euro perspective and from a CHF perspective. Let's start from the CHF. What we currently have. Now, from a CHF perspective, we can see that net positions went from minus 3K all the way up to plus 8K, meaning that we went from having more shorts than longs from an institutional perspective on the CHF to having, from having more shorts than longs to having more longs than shorts from an institutional perspective on the CHF, currently sitting at 8.7K net positions, meaning that we have 13K longs and 4.5K short positions. So the long exposure is way bigger than the short exposure from a CHF perspective. So definitely we can see the move to the downside from a Euro CHF perspective. And on the Euro, we currently have 175K long positions. So we might get some profit taking since we have gone from 147K to 175K longs. So we might get some profit taking on these longs from an institutional perspective on the Euro, which might lead to a retracement on Euro CHF, and we have the possibility to be capitalizing on this retracement. The last thing that I want to show you from a weekly perspective before I show you how we will be approaching this with students is that we also have here created this overextended W formation, so we definitely want to see a retracement. When it comes to the target to the downside, how we will be taking our target. Now, this is a clear impulse, okay? If you want to measure the retracement after an impulse, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And what you can clearly see is that at the moment, the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement is exactly here. So immediately we know, sorry, I will keep this also in the daily. So immediately, basically what we can see that from a daily perspective, we have our target to the downside. We know that we have extremely strong daily, weekly, and monthly resistance inside of this area. Actually, the daily is only overextended. We don't have daily resistance, but we do have weekly and monthly resistance inside of this area. The daily time frame is overextended. We want to see a retracement to the 0.382 from a weekly perspective. It's all about how we can be taking the entry. And for that, we definitely have to wait, because at the moment there is no sign of weakness yet. Okay, everything is absolutely still bullish. So how we will be approaching this kind of situation with students, we will be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective inside of this area, waiting for the market from a 4-hour point of view to shift from a bullish market to a bearish market, and then waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in the next video.